Hello everyone, today I am going to be playing an Xbox game that I really liked, picked it up in the bargain bin. It is called Deathrow, and I find it quite enjoyable. It's basically a game about ultimate frisbee but with violence. The sport itself is called Blitz. Um, a fun little game, lots of unlockables. Still actually holds up pretty well. I was playing it a little bit over the past couple days so that I don't go in quite as green with it. And lots of fun still. Pretty simple to play, pretty easy to pick up. While this is all loading up and doing its thing, you're watching this cinematic here. Just some information about the game. This was released actually in 2002, towards the beginning, just about a year after the original Xbox had been released. And developed by Southend Interactive, same guys who made the game 13 and Ilo Milo. 13 was another Xbox game, I believe, based on a book, and Ilo Milo was an Xbox Live game produced by Ubisoft. And some tech stuff about it. Used bump map surfaces, which at the time were actually pretty advanced. Bump mapping is something pretty technical, but for non-tech people, basically the only thing you need to worry about is that it actually made the graphics look better, which we'll see shortly when I get into playing it here. The game itself, as I was playing it, still actually looks pretty good. I was playing it on an HD TV earlier today. This is a different thing. This is just my capture, and it was actually looking pretty nice, surprisingly. Even some close-ups of the character models were pretty good. And also, strangely enough, a feature that we all take for granted today, but back around this time in gaming wasn't actually the most common, was custom soundtracks in games. And this game was one of the first to support it. No, I am playing this on an Xbox 360, so I wouldn't actually be able to do that from in the game. However, when playing this on a 360, there's kind of a way to fake it a little bit. If you start your custom soundtrack before the game loads, it will play while Deathrow loads. Kind of interesting, but a lot of fun. Here, this is just a little sizzle video of the various teams. Most of these teams are teams that have to be actually unlocked. You only start out with 4 teams. You'll see some pretty funny ones here. There's Marines. Disciples are like religious fanatics, kind of weird. And then there's, I think, a team of ninjas. Yes, they're ninjas. I don't remember their exact name. Black Dragons. There we go. Don't know why ninjas would want to play Ultimate Frisbee, but hey, it's happening apparently. Alright, this is loading up. Gonna get into it a little bit here. Just real briefly show you some things about it before we get into it. Loading times are a little bit long, but not terrible. And most of it seems to be done at the front of it, at the beginning of the game. Splash screen. More loading. Alright, and now we're at the part where we load the profile. And see here, I got mine here. Right now, this is what you can do, tutorial, options, unlocks. This is where you actually unlock things. As you can see here, lots of unlockables. One thing, though, I won't actually be able to show you all the different teams I can unlock because I haven't played against them all yet. However, that's the Ninja team. I just recently played against them. And most things are unlocks. So there's actually a lot. Even the levels you have to unlock. And as you're seeing here, you'll see here that some of these levels look drastically different than the other. That's because the game technically has 2 views. One is a sports view, and one is an action view. The sports view is just kind of an overhead sort of thing. It's supposed to be kind of like playing like other regular sports games, but all of the arenas are just these basically flat ovals with some different decoration. View's really not that interesting. Doesn't play the best. Where you really want to play this game is in the action view, which is what these arenas do. They actually look different. They have a different play to them, and the controls are much better. You play from a third-person perspective in that view. There's some extras. That's multi-disc. I don't think I ever unlocked most of these back in the day when I played this game regularly on an Xbox. I spent most of my time unlocking teams and players. Let's see here. I'm I'm gonna jump at Conquest. It's basically you just play through all of the teams in the game. The team I'm playing as is a team called Sea Cats. They're these like diver women. They're described as like these mutants. They can breathe underwater and stuff. Really not too important. And basically, the Conquest here, as you can see, is just a little division with a ranking. I've already beaten the Dragons, the Ninja team. Next team on my list is the Marines, and then Crushers. Crushers are like these miners dudes. Is there any here's what you should have messages. Then I can, let's see. I'll just take this bet to win my next match. And then there's my team. This is the members on my team. They each have various stats. You'll see here this person's name is Claus. And her toughness stat there has some green on the end of it. I actually used some drugs to enhance her abilities, and that's what that green is represented by. The numbers in the upper left-hand corner of their portraits are how much they've been trained. They can train up to 3 times. They can do it once after each match. It looks like this person's currently injured. As you can see there, the option to heal them. That's really more important in matches. Those are the injury slots. If someone, if they take more injuries than they have injury slots, then they get knocked out. Can't be used for the rest of a round in a match, so really important to make sure your team members are healed up. Let's see. I've already beaten the Dragons. Let's take on the Marines here. This is a little blurb about the team and why they're there. Basically, they're all upset. You'll see here it shows you the other team. Looks like they have a guy Star, so they have a 5 health guy. That's not cool. Anyway, you probably didn't understand that, but basically it means they have a really high-powered guy. Gonna be a pain. Gotta focus mostly on just trying to score goals here, which you're gonna see shortly. One of the funnest things about this game is looking at these ads down here. You saw the convicts and one about a car. There's one for like fresh air in a can, and a thing called the Quick Cube, which is the best babysitter supposedly. We might see that. I'm gonna do a match here, maybe another match. I don't know. This match may just take up most of our time. Okay, let's wait for this to finish load here. Little intro video. This video plays at the beginning of each thing. And then here you can actually substitute players, things like that. I'm just gonna continue on through it. It'll do a quick little blurb where it introduces each team and they kind of talk some smack. It's actually kind of funny. This will bring up another thing about this game. There was actually a fair amount of swearing in this game. And when I was looking up some information about this game, there was some quotes from Ubisoft about it, and they said, yeah, we wanted to make a sports game, but for a mature audience, so that's why there's so much like violence and swearing in the game, as you're about to see. Okay, getting just about ready to start here, and then you see here's the interface. There, you just saw a couple things change. That right there. Okay, hold on. I'll get into explaining this shortly. Alright. Okay, just pause the game real quick. But basically, in the lower right-hand corner there, where you see those symbols changing, that is actually how you affect your team's strategy. And I just have it on offense, which basically means they're going to be aggressive and try to focus on scoring goals. If I put it up to full offense, they're going to concentrate on knocking out the opponent team, which is actually another way to win. Because if you manage to knock out all of the players on an opposing team in a round, you win the match right then and there. And with some teams, that's actually desirable. And if you're good at it, you can win some matches in the very first round of a match because you simply beat the crap out of everybody else. And right there, when it keeps saying Deathrow, what I'm doing is I'm actually like charging up the disc, and if that hits someone, as you saw, it actually hurts them and causes it to bounce off of them. From playing this game, I kind of basically found out that if you really want to score goals consistently, there's a specific way to do it, and you'll probably see how I keep approaching the goal from from the sides and charging up a death row. That way, even if I don't score a goal and it gets blocked, the death row hits the enemy, doesn't let them grab it and take it down the field. That's me evading. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can get into another death row. I'm gonna get into a bit of a fight here. See if I can show one of the coolest parts of this game. I'm gonna come up here and grab this guy. There we go. The nice slowdown effect. To be honest, that never gets old. I always enjoy it. It's just really funny to watch the Matrix thing whenever you're just like, that's a slide tackle. Jeez, kicking the crap out of these guys. Okay, now I'm gonna see if I can beat the hell out of these guys. And as you can see, there's those lines. That's just basically like shooting and passing lines. They actually work pretty well, and I can actually just hit a button on the controller to immediately either find the disc, or if I have the disc, it will point me straight to the goal. It's actually quite useful, and is necessary to be able to. Because you see that green line, that's a pass line for passing to a teammate. The blue line that turned white, that's the shooting line. If it's blue, it's not entirely accurate. However, if it goes to white, it means your shot is going to be on target. Let's see here. Fine. Fortunately, this may be an instance where the game kind of rubber bands a bit. I was doing a match earlier today where it was really bad. Like, I got like 10 goals ahead of some guy, and then the other team literally came out of nowhere and scored 10 goals in like 15 seconds, and I was like, what? But it depends. As you'll see here, I'm just scoring up some cheap goals because I've kind of got how to do this down. Okay, let's see if I can get someone injured. Slow-mo. Ow, just got kicked. Okay, I'm going to start kicking. See, I just got injured, and as you see, one of my injury slots went down there. 10 seconds in this round. Let's see if I can grab a Mega Health power-up. Gee, I didn't even mention that. Yeah, there are power-ups. They do various things like health. There's attack boosts, and as well as like speed boosts. And there's a thing called momentum, which is this orange bar. You probably saw it in the lower right-hand corner, right next to the different strategy kind of thing. And if that gets filled up, your team becomes on fire, and their arms and legs actually start having some flame effects, and they move faster and deal more damage in fights, whatnot. Can actually be really important in some matches. Let's see if I can just beat up this guy for a while. And actually, like I said earlier, this game actually looks pretty good, even today. And this is a game that is now 9 years old, going to be going on 10 this year, and it still don't look that bad. It still looks decent. It plays pretty smoothly. The environments, while fairly basic, actually don't look terrible, and they do have some neat little details, at least in terms of just some of their looks. Okay, I'm being chased. Let me just... So, I mean, and then I actually looked up on that as well, and with the game, I guess the game was actually made in 480p and 16:9 ratio, which is probably part of the reason why it still looks as good as it does. Which is a little bit surprising because when this game came out, it was still pretty early in the Xbox life cycle. So at that time, most people still had just your regular standard def TVs, and this game was actually HD. And then strangely enough, this game really didn't get a lot of press. However, that may be partly because of its name and how it kind of advertised itself. Like when I bought this game initially, actually no, I didn't even buy this. I think actually someone else in my family bought it. And we read the name, and we didn't even think it was like a sports game. We thought it was some kind of like fighting game because all the pictures on the box looked like that, and we just thought it was just like groups of guys just like duking it out, which would have been fine. Let's see, the audio seems to be kind of messing up here. That is more than likely a result of the 360 that I'm playing this on, because as I'm sure some of you know, the 360 when it plays some Xbox games, it actually has to emulate the Xbox software, and sometimes it doesn't do it the best. But overall for this game, it is actually pretty smooth and works pretty well. Let's see. Credits, that's just one of the power-ups you can get. And yeah, and speaking of the rubber banding again, you see that at the end of the first round, I was, what, 5 goals ahead? This round, I am now only 3, and they caught up to me after I scored 2 more goals. So sometimes the rubber banding gets a little bit ridiculous. But generally, if you just take the time to know what you're doing, you can win a lot of matches. It's just sometimes it's a little bit Aquarius. I just picked up a speed boost power up, and they're gonna score like 12 goals, but I got it. Okay, let's get some mega health, which restores an injury slot. Very important to not wasting all your money. I'm not even sure if I'm going to need to do another match after this one, because the settings I have it, and that guy, they just decided to team up on me. There is actually this thing kind of called like aggression, and basically what it is if you just like piss off an enemy or whatever, they'll just like chase you down and beat the crap out of you, which can make doing some things very, very, oh jeez. Well, we're ahead by 3. Let's see, we should be alright here. And then replays. They're kind of fun to watch once in a while. Jeez, we got beat up. Okay, let's... And, oh, jeez. Thought I was going to do something neat there that I do in most matches. But see that guy, he did that because I slide tackled him and took the disc. Usually there's a way to like avoid that. Come on. Ugh, jeez. Yeah, that one was kind of my bad on that. Okay. Alright, here. Now they're probably going to score like 12 goals in a matter of like 3 seconds. Because for some reason, the person who was playing as my goalie was not there. Okay, I would really like to get momentum up and actually show you what it's like to be on fire, but I don't know if that's going to happen. I need to maintain control of the disc here. So, sometimes the AI does dumb stuff like that, which if the person just passed it to me, I probably could have gotten another goal. Let's see. Sometimes there are weird things like that, which I do not like, where it's just like, oh, you got punched, you just automatically drop it. But meanwhile, I've had the enemy have the disc, and I just like run up behind them, grabbing them and punching them constantly, and never cause them to lose the disc. But yet they'll like run by me and take the disc from me. And then they also pull crap like that, where they just seem to all of a sudden block every shot you make. And then that happens sometimes. Okay. And overall, the controls on this aren't too bad. However, as you see, I probably had some weirdnesses where I've been running in circles. That's due to the game's controls. Okay, come on. Score. And rather than scoring, the person decided they were going to jump up and pass it to me. Sometimes the AI doesn't make the smartest decision. And sometimes when there's 3 of us and 1 guy, they decide to stand there and... Okay, come on. And of course, sometimes the AI being retarded works to your advantage. Oh, okay. Tied. Ugh. Yeah, sometimes the AI is just like ridiculously aggressive. I've had matches where I've literally had the entire team chasing me around while I have the disc, and it gets really aggravating sometimes. Okay, let's see if I can... And then actually another thing that I haven't mentioned that you probably don't notice too much is there are actually options to change the rules of how the game is played, as well as the time per round. I actually have the time per round adjusted to the highest of 4 minutes. Probably not the best idea. I used to do that because it gave me more time to typically knock a guy out or knock another team out during a match, because I would sometimes play as teams that are very good at doing that. Okay, there we go. Gonna have to finish out the next round. I think I'll do that and then call it. Okay, gotta heal up. We probably got the crap kicked out of us. Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, we gotta just focus on goals, I guess. Oh. Well, I'm gonna do a different dive move here. And I did that and was just knocked to the side. So. See, that actually happens a little bit too much for my liking. Like, I've had times when like I've actually evaded their grab or their tackle, and they've actually still somehow hit me. Then you have crap like that where I was clearly locked on. But, let's see, we'll just finish this up. Gosh, I'm probably going to lose this match because of some stupid rubber banding sort of thing. Wow, that actually worked. Most of the time that I tried doing something like that, it just wound up they would conveniently be able to avoid it. Okay, come on. And then you run into that, which is really strange because it's clearly grabbing him, but most of the time you just want to do a slide into him. And then I've got this guy after me. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can score another goal here. Got it. Oh, that actually worked out. Nice. Okay, come on. Oh, nice. They got the goalie away. Man. Should be able to win though. Let's see. Never gets old, that effect. And actually each of the teams have specific animations for that. Some of them just like slap a guy to the ground. A lot of fun to watch. Oh, this guy's probably gonna injure me. There we go. And then so they're gonna get it. Oh, I need to get my health back. I mean, yeah, that was just a taunt right there. As you can see, the swearing in this game. Wow, I messed that up. And where was my teammate on that one? I said sometimes teammate's not the best, but should be able to. Should be able to win this, hopefully. Because I don't know, they may score literally 4 goals in the next 10 seconds. So we will see. And I have seen that happen. I was doing a match earlier today where I was 5 ahead and the enemy scored 6 goals in about 7 seconds. And I was a little bit upset about that because I was clearly like I had a commanding lead and it just went poof. Round over, we win. All that fun stuff. Don't want to watch the replay. Can finish. As you saw, unlock credits. I'll just go and unlock something real quick just to show what that's about, even though I already showed it. Okay, let's let this finish loading. Let me know there's a message. That's just a challenge. Something where I lost a bunch of money. Because for some reason in this game, when you get too much money, it always seems to happen. And then, because I just got a match, I can train this person. Don't know why I defaulted. And then there actually is player substitution. I didn't do that, but that is there. You unlock players, unlock teams. I'm gonna quit and save. I'm just gonna go unlock a team real quick because I have some unlock credits. Yeah, real inventive there. Then let's see. Now back. And there was actually one thing I did not mention. This is in regards to network or whatever. But this game actually supported 8-player system link matches. So that you could actually do full-on 4 people to a team games. Can't imagine like ever being able to do that. Actually getting potentially up to 8 Xboxes together in a room with each person on it. Although I have done some split screen with this a long time ago with some friends of mine, and the split screen is actually a lot of fun. Especially playing the same team, you kind of work together. See there, I just unlocked the ninja guys, their ninja E and stuff. Let's see. Ooh, credits. Yeah, I need to watch those. Let's see options, and then I think that yeah. This is actually like where you can actually do stuff and advanced. This is just random stuff. Oh yeah, that's just that. All right, well that's look at Deathrow there. Still a fun game. Pretty simple. I mean, in terms of its overall gameplay, it literally is what I just did over and over and over. So it's kind of thing that's actually fun if you want to do quick little things. I played a lot of it. For some reason, I really enjoyed trying to unlock everything and playing with them at the time. Still fun to play. I have actually done a little bit of research onto whether or not any sort of sequel was released or planned or anything like that. There was not ever any sequel released. However, I did read on some forum posts. Some fans of the game actually contacted the developer Southend and asked them if they were working on a sequel for current gen, for like Xbox Live Arcade or anything like that. And they said that the response was that Southend was definitely interested in making a sequel, but couldn't find a publisher. If there were to ever someday be a sequel to this, even Xbox Live, I would probably be all over it. In fact, I feel that would probably be awesome. Or even if they just re-release this game on Xbox Live, I have a feeling that would be really cool. Still looks good, still plays pretty good. I've actually picked it when I last bought this game. I literally picked it up in a bargain bin for about $3. And this was when I last purchased it. That was when the Xbox was still having games come out. It was around 2004, 2005, and that's the copy I'm playing on. was a really good buy for something that cheap. Definitely worth the money. But yeah, definitely if there would be Xbox Live Arcade sequel, I would certainly love to play that. Even if it was really pretty similar, maybe just some different graphics or whatnot, I'd probably really enjoy it. So just a real quick in conclusion there. If you by chance are looking to play some old Xbox games, just looking for something quick and simple to play, that actually still plays fairly well and looks somewhat decent today, even on an HD TV. This is actually worth a look. Nothing too exciting, but just mostly fun and a little bit over the top, as you probably saw. Alright, thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them on the video below. Or if you have any ideas for games you'd like to play, for games you'd like me to check out in the future, you can leave them there as well. Or you can send me an email at strangelynormalgamer@gmail.com. I'll leave that email address in the description on this video in case anyone wants to send me an email with a suggestion on a game I should play. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I will see all of you next week.